Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are a returner, thank you so much for coming back. And if you're new here, my name is Temi. I'm a second year medical student. I'm going into my third year in September. This video is just going to be all about the clearing process because I have a lot of knowledge of this, and it's going to be quite a general video. So even if you're not applying to medicine, it will be applicable to you. I know it's a very stressful time, but hopefully the things that we talk about in this video is going to help you, and it's just going to help you prepare for results day a bit better. So it's going to be a very enjoyable, relaxed video, so I need you to get your kettle boiled and the glass filled to the brim because you're going to have a nice time and we're going to get into it today. So the first thing you may be asking is, what is clearing? And clearing is a system used by colleges and universities, and it's used to fill up spaces that they may still have available on their courses. So clearing opened on the 5th of July and it's going to remain open until the 18th of October. So there's still a lot of time for you. So reasons why you may be applying through clearing is perhaps you're applying later in the year after the UCAS deadline closed, or you didn't receive any offers, or you haven't received any offers that you wanted to accept, so you declined them all, and you may be waiting until results day to see if there's a place for you somewhere else. And also another reason why you may be entered into clearing is if you didn't meet the conditions of your offer come results day. So my best advice is, even if you're in a situation where you're not looking to go through clearing right now because you may have offers, it's better to just be prepared and prepare for a situation where you may need to enter clearing, because in this life it's better to be safe than sorry. So the next question you may be asking is, how do I enter clearing if I'm not already in it, or how would I get to that situation? So firstly, you will have needed to complete a UCAS application in order for you to be able to enter clearing. So anyone who applied to a course after the UCAS deadline, which was the 30th of June this year, or anyone who did not get an offer from any of their choices, or also people who missed the grade requirements on results day, will automatically be entered into clearing. But there is another way that you can end up in clearing, and that's through a method called self-release, and this will apply to anyone that currently holds an offer and is wanting to go into clearing. So maybe that person has decided that they no longer want to do the courses that they've applied for, or they want to go to a different university. So to be able to apply for a course in clearing, you have to have no offers, so you will have to decline all your offers if you have any in order to apply. It's something that you need to be very careful, and you need to consider the pros and cons, because if you've currently got a place somewhere and then you enter into clearing by self-releasing, you do lose that place. And if you were to be unsuccessful in the clearing process, then all of a sudden you may no longer have any options. You could obviously call back the university, but it's likely that they would have gone into clearing and maybe given away that place. So it is taking a bit of a risk by self-releasing, and it does add a bit of extra stress, because by changing your course or university, you have to update your student finance application. You may need to find new accommodation, and it does turn into a more stressful thing than it already is. So I'd say you definitely need to be careful and do a lot of considering on if you want to self-release, and also speak to the college or university that you want to apply to and see if there are any places available to maximize your chances of success. So on a personal level, I was in a situation where I had to self-release myself because I actually had an offer for Birmingham. So when I didn't get my place for medicine, they offered me biomedical science as a substitute, and I accepted that because on results day I didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't know if medicine would be in clearing, so I just accepted it as a bit of a backup plan in case I didn't want to do the gap year anymore. But on results day, when I saw that medicine was in clearing, I immediately self-released myself because I knew it was the only way that I could get into medicine. So for me, it was definitely worth the risk of having to do a gap year if I didn't get a place on medicine. So you just need to think, is it worth the risk? Would I want to do a gap year if I wasn't successful? And just kind of weigh up all the pros and all the cons and take it from there. So the next thing that you may be thinking is, what universities and courses are in clearing? And this can be found through a range of different ways. So the most popular and probably common way is through the UCAS website. So if you're already in clearing, you'll have access to the search tool where you can search for courses and universities that are currently in clearing. And through this process, some universities will allow you to pre-register your interest in certain courses. So if on results day places do become available, then they'll be able to contact you and discuss further. And UCAS also has something called Clearing Plus, where they match you to courses that may take your interest based on your application details, based on the university university's entry requirements and just things that they feel like may be suited for you. So that's also another way to kind of find courses and universities that may be in clearing. But I will say that Clearing Plus is only available to those who have been unsuccessful in that application process or those who are applying first time through clearing. So another way you can find out courses and universities in clearing is through the Complete University Guide. They have a page dedicated to clearing, and it's where you can enter courses, you can enter the region that you're looking for, and it will bring up a list of courses and universities in clearing. And it also has very useful information such as if there's accommodation available, if there's scholarships available, and just general information that you would want to know when you're considering these places. Another place which I actually would recommend for something like this is the student room. Often they'll have threads for a university course or a specific university, and they'll have lists of all the courses currently in clearing, and that gets updated very regularly, especially on results day and the day before. And if there is a specific university or course that you want to apply to, then you can also go on the university website to see what they have available, or you can call their clearing hotline. And that takes me on to the next point, which is a kind of like a little secret route, not a secret route, but it's a bit of a shortcut to the UCAS way of doing it, and it's the method that I used when I applied through clearing, and it's a method called record of prior acceptance route. This is just where you call the university directly and ask them if they have any places for your desired course. So you may be thinking, why would I want to take this route when UCAS have my back? You know, they've got a designated page and a search tool that I've got. But the reason you would want to do this is because some universities and colleges don't know that they've got places available until results day, because this is the day where they receive all their information about the people that they've offered places to, and on the day there may be some people that don't meet the grade requirements and they unfortunately have to decline these people. So that means that places then become available, and it can often take a bit of a while for this to come through on UCAS. On results day, when I was looking through UCAS to find out if there were any universities offering medicine, Sunderland wasn't on the list at all, and I don't think they ever did go on the UCAS list. It was only through the student room that I found out that they were in clearing, and then through calling up is when that kind of got confirmed. And through this route, if you are accepted, then the university will then contact UCAS on your behalf, and they'll let the university know of all your details, so it will update on UCAS. It's basically the whole process reversed, where you go to the university and then they get back to UCAS instead. So if you've got a dream course or dream university you've always wanted to go to and you currently don't have an offer and they're not in clearing, then try not to stress, because on results day you may find that they suddenly have places, and it could be kind of a potential way for you to get in through that way. One of my top tips on if you're planning to use this method is prioritize. So if there's a university that you want to go to the most, then start by ringing them first, because if they accept you, you can't then go and ring another university asking them the same thing, because at the end of the day you've got an offer now, and to be in clearing you can't have any offers. So definitely prioritize. If you just start with the course university you want to go to most, then just work your way down the list. That will work out better in your favour overall. So how should you prepare for results day? And there's kind of two ways you can prepare depending on the situation you're in. So if you currently have offers, I would say just prepare for the worst situation. So if you were to miss grade requirements and you were suddenly in clearing, then think, do I want to go through the clearing process? Do I want to take a gap year? Do I want to resit? Do I want to reapply for a different course, a different university? There's so many options that you could possibly end up in if you don't manage to meet your grades. Hopefully you will, but you kind of need to have a backup plan if the worst was to happen. Also, in a similar way, if you were to get higher grades on the day and maybe there's a university that you've always wanted to go to that asks for the grades that you've suddenly got, then you may consider going through adjustment, which is a similar process to clearing, in the same way that any university open to the people in clearing are open to the people in adjustment, but it's just a different process. And this video is a bit more about clearing, but there is a lot of information out there on adjustment on the UCAS website. And if you're currently in a position where you do not have any offers for your desired course, then, you know, just try and take it easy. Try not to stress out too much, because you only are ever going to know what's going to happen next on results day. You can't change anything now. You can only wait until results day to see what universities are in clearing, what courses are in clearing, and it's just something that is a bit of a waiting game, unfortunately. Another big tip is, before results day, make sure you have easy access to important documents such as your GCSE results, any transcripts that you may have, your personal statement, your UCAS ID, your email, your phone. Just have easy access to it all, because when you call through clearing or when you are applying online, they're going to ask you so many details, and you're already in a situation where you're stressed. You don't want to make yourself any more stressed than you need to be. So just make sure you've got that information ready to go, ready on hand, and it will make the process a bit easier. Another tip that I do have is try and get enough sleep and rest as you can before results day, because you know you need to be up bright and early. On the 18th of August at 8 a.m. is when UCAS opens, so your results can be received anytime after this. So you know you're gonna have to be waking up early, and you don't need to be tired on top of this day. It's gonna be a day of celebrations hopefully, and a day of sorting things out, and if you're tired then it's just gonna weigh you down a bit. So try and get enough rest. It's very much easier said than done, because you're gonna be a bit nervous, a bit stressed, you may be having heart palpitations in your bed, but honestly just try and get some sleep, a relaxing evening beforehand, and just think whatever happens, I'm going to do the best I can to secure a nice place and where I want to be and where I want to go. But yeah, just try and take the night before as easy as you can. So on results day, you obviously may be a bit stressed depending on the situation that you're in. One of the things that I think is a big takeaway and that you should always remember is be kind to whoever that you may talk to on the phone, because yes, you may be stressed, and yes, you may be in a situation where you are frustrated, but at the end of the day, that person is just there to do their job and they're there to help you. So just try and be as kind as possible, because they are as stressed as you. They've got so much information to process, they're receiving so many calls at once. So just try and be kind and consider how you talk to people, and you know, they just want what's best for you, you want what's best for you, and hopefully everything goes to plan and it's a lovely day. So that is the end of the video. If you are applying through clearing currently, or you end up applying through clearing, I wish you all the very best. It is a very stressful situation to be in, but just try and remain calm, and I hope it all works out in your favour and you manage to find a place in somewhere that you want to go. If you have watched this video and you end up taking away any tips, and come results day you manage to gain a place through clearing, then please let me know how it goes. I want to be hearing success stories. I just love to hear it all. If you have liked this video, please make sure that you like and subscribe. Also comment if you have any other questions or any other videos that you want to see from me, and I will see you all very soon.